Veronica Souza.
Good morning.
Veronica, you have a parking ticket parking next to a fire hydrant.
To be honest, I completely forgot that I had gotten that ticket until yesterday. Sat down and I went through a huge pile of mail that I had sitting. Was going through a midst of a divorce of 20 years, so I was dealing with that. The pandemic still going on.
You were married 20 years?
20 years.
You were married 20 years?
I was, yes. I got married when I was 19.
How did that work out? Is it over?
In a divorce, apparently.
Is it over?
Yes, it's now finalized, so that's done and over with. Became a single mom to two children who...
I was going to ask, you have two children?
Who are on the autism spectrum. So I have that to take care of as well. I'm also currently in the process of moving. So I've been in the search for a new apartment for months now. And just found something about a couple of weeks ago. However, the person that was living there last wasn't so nice, so left a big mess. So the landlord is renovating the whole place. It's down to the studs. So we have a couple of weeks where we have to wait before we can move in. So currently my children and I were rooming with my brother and his family. So right now there's 12 of us underneath one roof.
How old are the kids?
My son is now 21, and my daughter's 16.
We are not unfamiliar with youngsters who have autism. We've had a few situations here. And every situation has been very positive. Very positive. I think autism is misunderstood by some people.
Yes, it is.
And it's unfortunate, so.
I mean, I know that very well because I'm also a paraprofessional for autistic children in the New Bedford Public Schools, and I'm also an in-home behavioral therapist for autistic children.
Yeah. What have you learned from dealing with your children and autistic persons?
Every child on a spectrum is different. Every single one of them. There's no two alike. But they're very intelligent. They're very passionate. They're fun to be around. I just think we need a lot more awareness out there. I think some people know nothing about it.
It's true.
And like my son is very high functioning, so he does not appear to have autism. But if you were to spend about 30 minutes with him, you could kind of see, what's off with this child? He has a lot of social, emotional. People would call him awkward, but he's really not awkward. He's on the spectrum. He thinks differently. He views the world differently, but they're not any less than you or I.
You've articulated that so well.
Yes.
You really have. We had a wonderful experience in this courtroom. Well, mother came in with her son. His name was Arian. And she was explaining the circumstances of the ticket, and he was trying to interrupt. And I said, let him talk. And he gave one of the most wonderful speeches I've heard in this courtroom, okay? One of the things he said was, I'm proud to have autism because it makes me who I am.
I'm basically a normal kid, and I love to do normal kid stuff. So, yeah, I guess you could say I'm proud to have my autism in some type of way because it makes me who I am now.
He just impressed all of us so much.
I have goosebumps. They just want to be accepted. They want to be treated and looked at just like any other individual. And I believe that's why.
And why not?
Yep, that's why we need more awareness out there because, like I said, they're not any less than anyone else.
So right now you have two kids.
I have two children, yes.
Right. And are you working?
I am.
Yeah. And you're living with your brother.
Right now I'm living with my brother and, his girlfriend, their children. Right now for about 2 weeks or so. And then hopefully we can move into our own place.
And you're the sole support of the kids.
Yeah, well, yes.
Well, I have two choices. I'm either going to dismiss it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Philomena Fund. I'm going to fine you $50 and use the Philomena Fund to pay for it.
Thank you.
So you're not going to pay, but you better off spending the money on the kids. Thank you for enlightening us. And you come across as being very open and truthful and honest, and please keep up that spirit that you have.
That's how we all should be.
Yeah.
That's how we all should be. Very open-minded and positive, and life isn't always easy, but we choose how we handle our situations. And I believe to always be positive and a smile, because Nothing's gonna, you can be angry, you can frown and be upset, but what is that gonna get you?
It's a good life lesson that you are giving us
Yes.
today. So I appreciate your insight. Keep up your good spirit.
Thank you.
And I think maybe you'll be encouraging other people to be more accepted.
Oh, I try.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.